New tonight, the man who pleaded guilty in the mass shooting at the Capital Gazette was back in court. 5 people killed in that horrific 2018 shooting. Now, the second phase of his trial is expected to start in June, and attorneys are trying to figure out here which witnesses will be allowed to testify about his mental capacity. WJZ is live tonight. Abijoy Burnett in Annapolis right now with more on what happened in court today. Abijoy.
Rick, 2 people were brought in today. Both of them are psychiatrists. One of them said he actually interviewed Ramos for 20 hours. And when the attorneys are going back and forth to figure out what would be allowed in the trial later this June, Ramos himself started actually passing notes to his attorneys.
Jared Ramos, the man who pleaded guilty to the deadly mass shooting at the Capital Gazette in 2018, walked into a courtroom today and his mental condition was the main subject. Prosecutors are expected to argue in June's trial that Ramos has normal behavior and no mental health issues. They brought in 2 psychiatrists to help prove their point. Their take may ultimately help determine if Ramos is criminally responsible for the murders, ultimately undermining an insanity defense. But defense attorneys had issues with one of the doctors. She'd met with Ramos just a handful of times, and because of that, they believe she's not qualified to be an expert witness. And Judge Michael Wax agreed, so he decided to limit her testimony. At times, Ramos, with shoulder-length hair and a long beard, was seen passing notes to his attorneys. Also at issue today, what will the proceedings look like in the COVID era? The judge announced that he will allow witnesses and attorneys to wear a face shield while they're speaking. This will allow others to see their facial expressions, but when they're done talking, the masks must go back on. Protective barriers are also up in the courtroom around the jury box, the attorneys, and the man on trial, Jared Ramos.
Now, this trial was set to start on the 3-year anniversary of the shooting here in Annapolis, but the judge today made the decision to delay it by a day. Live in Annapolis, Abijoy Burnett for WJZ.